Hey guys, what's going on? It's MajiinBae. Welcome back to the channel. So today I'm bringing you kind of an old favorite of the channel that had some new life breathed into it. This is Ashe Kindred, otherwise known as Zombie Ashe. What this deck looks to do is frostbite stuff, kill stuff, and then eventually overwhelm your opponent with a Harrowing that brings back one or multiple Ashes, attacks, and frostbites your opponent's board, and then kills them because they can't block. What it also does is operates as a pretty strong like mid-rangey deck, especially with the addition of Kindred, and then more recently Quietus, and now even more recently we have a buff to Shatter down to 1 mana, and also Rhyme Wolf became a 2/3, which is actually a huge buff. It used to be a 3/2, but now it survives Mystic Shot, which matters because you want to attack with this like into things that have 0 power, so its power doesn't matter as much. What really matters is that it doesn't die to the like single most common removal spells in the entire game. We also have things like Babbling Beard because it guarantees a draw on Ashe, the one Rekindler to bring back a champion, and then also it's like a fantastic unit to bring back with Harrowing because it also brings back a non-ephemeral champion pretty good. And then we have the generic stuff you'd expect to see, right? We have like the Quietus, obviously, some Three Sisters, a little bit of draw with the Sentries and Glipspions, the Archers, Troll Chant, Biofeast is still really good. And yeah, just normal stuff. But the deck is pretty fun, and surprise, surprise, it's actually put up a really good win rate. This deck is above 50% in Masters, which is pretty incredible. I think I'm currently sitting at about 350 LP, so I think we're just going to take it on ladder, and we'll see how it does. All right, we're up against no champs. Is this Poros? Is this Poros with the Udyr spell? That's my guess. I'm gonna guess Poros with the Udyr spell. We want to keep Kindred. Hello. I think Vile Feast, probably not it. It's gonna be really bad if they play a Poro. I try to Vile Feast and then just like it just doesn't go through, right? Like it gets buffed for whatever reason, or they wait until they like, you know, can sneak in Iceborne Legacy, or after they cast Udyr spell. I just don't think it's worth it. I think we have better stuff. Like I'd rather have Quietus, for example. It will Sentry. I do think like this deck, outside of Thermo Beam or maybe Get Excited, will struggle to deal with Kindred plus Quietus, right? If we just like, I think we could lock them pretty easily. Archivist. Definitely leaning more and more towards Poros. Let's see what they end up discarding here. Yeah, I don't know. Something's making me think it might be Poros. I don't know about you guys. I'm willing to like not do anything. And I will just play Kindred. We can still just Quietus any random Poro. Because the Poro decks usually, they like to use the elusive Poro, right? Daring Poro, I believe it's called. And that is still Quietus through Poro snacks. What we want to set up next turn is Bjerg. The Bjerg who babbles. Let's go like this. Yeah, that's fine. And then we'll get Ashe. Okay. I'm not going to kill it yet. I'm gonna wait till our opponent plays another thing. Now, if they just like Iceborne Legacy, whatever, then we can like Iceveil Archer and then Quietus. Ooh, we just drew Ashe naturally. That's pretty good. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know what our opponent's gonna do. Yeah, just take it. Whatever, right? Play Ashe.
Faster than my arrow?
I think not. And then like, I don't know. Can we kill them? No, right? I don't think so. I guess it depends on what their hand is. But we have 9, 11, 14 damage on board. Another 3 with the other Iceveil Archer. The deck does run like Mystic Shot and stuff, right? So it's not like they can't stop us somehow. Ooh, Iterative Improvement. That's pretty good. Yeah. You are tripping if you think I'm not just going to like send in with Ashe anyway. Play something else. No? Okay. Unfortunately, can't freeze one more thing, but that's okay. We'll do this. And then if our opponent doesn't block... Okay, they're very incentivized to not do this, because then they lose to Poro. Why are you blocking? What does this accomplish for you? I mean, yeah, I guess you don't want to take too much damage, but like, now you lose to Poro. I don't see how our opponent puts up like much of a fight after this, right? Now, Quietus is going to be much more difficult for me to actually, like, get off. Uh-huh. Okay. Yep. 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 I have to have more than that. That's not going to do it. Got the Vengeance, and I'll even Troll Chant to save a little bit of life. Now, we could get burned out, I guess, but, like, no shot our opponent wouldn't have thrown the burn at, like, one of our units, right? And you lose a Poro. I open. Ashe levels. They can't block. And they have to have, like, Triple Mystic, right? Because I don't think this deck plays get excited. Triple Mystic is, let's say, unlikely. Here's the goods. Flip the girl.
I'll lead us to victory.
I know that's like a really basic level up animation, but I really like that one. It's really clean because it's the making of the Frost Arrow. GG, man. GG. It's the making of the Frost Arrow, and then it shoots it into the deck. And the shoot spins the card, and it just, I don't know, it just like works. You know? It's not over the top. Very simple, but it just like gets the job done. I like that one.
The war is over. Now we rebuild.
This looks like Fearsomes. Which might be difficult. I actually don't know. I think I'm gonna keep Brittle Steel because I imagine it will be really good. We just need, I was just gonna say, I was like, as long as we draw a unit. But got to draw a unit. Also, I remembered right after the first game that I actually had Spirit Blossom Kindred, so swap that out really quick. This is spooky. I'll take any unit. Okay, fair. I'll take any unit that costs less than 4 mana. Brittle Steel can do more than just heal us 2 life, right? Like, I'm gonna save it to where we like get to trade, or maybe I get really desperate. Okay, well, yikes, yikes. Opponent curving out. Sentry, Ice Ray Larger. Ooh, okay. I mean that's good, right? Like it only blocks. Well, it only stops this, but this is like it's a 3 life gain, and we take those. Sure. Now the question is Ashe or Kindred. Now Kindred's like better, obviously, but I was gonna say without any removal spells, is it? Now I did just draw Vengeance, so I think the answer is yes. I was gonna say they follow, and I was so wrong. We also like, you know, they have to attack into us, so I can like freeze block, and I think that's definitely good enough. You want block? Things we have to worry about are a Harrowing on our opponent's side, but I think I'm gonna focus on trying to get there first. Quietus, okay, as long as our opponent doesn't play something that like makes another Mistwraith or another Mistwraith, I get to hit something. Because I will rapidly run out of things to hit with Quietus. Like if that's 4 hits. If our opponent plays like the Shadow Isles Allegiance guy that makes a Mistwraith or just another Mistwraith, this Quietus is gonna be dead until I like freeze something. Which, to be fair, I can do it anytime I want. Nocturne. Oh, ooh, 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 ooh. This is so good. This is so good. This is so good. Right? Maybe? I don't know. Looks pretty good. Boop. Boop. Bit of Frostbite synergy there. And our opponent's going to attack Kindred, dragging with the 3/2. Oh, perhaps dragging with Stygian. I'm going to just flash freeze, whatever drags Kindred, right? This is going to die. And we are, I don't know, looking kind of good, right? Like I take a lot. I take 5. But then Kindred kills Mistwraith. We get to set up Ashe. The only problem is I'm very scared of Harrowing from our opponent. Now let's see, it'll be 6/7. So if they bank 3 mana, they can Harrowing us next turn.
All the world on one arrow.
9, 10, 11. Ooh, 5 points short of killing our opponent here.
Please make yourself right at home.
Avarosans, stand together.
Okay, frostbite.
Refreshment.
Maybe I just let Ashe die. I was thinking about freezing. I think I'm just gonna let this happen. I think I'm gonna let this happen.
Its heart beats fast now.
We're just gonna try to survive a harrowing. Because I think that's what's happening. Please play something. Just play something that leaves you without 10 mana. Hey, wow, they listened. That was, well, very kind of them. This is gonna die, so we just let that happen. Boop. Thanks, Kindred.
That was fun. Who will we chase now?
Everyone, dear wolf.
Wish we had Spirit Blossom level up animations. Honestly, that's so upsetting to me because Spirit Blossom is one of my favorite skin lines. Especially Spirit Blossom Ari. Oh my god, how did we not get a level up animation for that? It's such a sick skin. Harrowing brings back a grand total of 1 unit. Does our Harrowing really only bring back Ashe? Have I played nothing else? It's kind of sad. Okay, this means they have another Mistwraith in hand, though. Because this is Stalking Shadows, so we'll just let them play it. There it is. Surprise, surprise. Just freeze this one. We don't have to get super tricky. Let's just keep our life total up. So if Doombeast grabs Kindred, I can Fury of the North to pump the Spider to block a Mistwraith. I could also Flash Freeze. They could just pull Kindred out of the way and jam in. Okay, that's what they're going
Long
for.
must we wait?
For as long as it takes, dear wolf.
I am tired of waiting.
It is temporary.
Oh, Kindred dies. Okay. Kindred plus Ashe is 11 damage. I really just want to get off a sick Harrowing and like win, but it's not looking very good. I can't freeze and vengeance.
Is it time?
Not yet. We must be patient.
I'm hungry.
I know.
Okay, let's just keep Kindred alive then. We go down to 3, which I don't like, but that's not in range of dying to 1 Doombeast activation. So that's relevant. Or Doombeast plus Unspeakable Horror because I have Vile Feast, right? This dies. Harrowing brings back Ashe. Doesn't seem good enough, does it? We can pump Kindred up to 9 by vengeancing something. That doesn't seem very good either. Opponent whiffs on Stalking Shadows. Wow, that is incredibly helpful, isn't it?
The hunt begins.
I think we just attack in for 7. Now the question is, do I want to play around Harrowing or do I want to play around a normal hand? Because if I'm playing around a normal hand, I Vengeance here. If I Vengeance here and our opponent has Harrowing, we're in a bad way. Can I beat Harrowing? I think the answer is just no. I just don't think I can beat Harrowing. So let's just pretend our opponent can't have it. If I draw like...
Gently.
if I draw like the 3/1 Archer, right? Ice Veil Archer, then like, yeah, I could probably beat Harrowing. Or I could at least try. I still don't even think I'd beat Harrowing if I draw that. So, Harrowing's not real. They definitely don't have it. We were a little too unit light for Harrowing to be good for us.
In the shadows.
Sure. Wouldn't it be so funny if I had to cast a defensive Harrowing here? I have to cast a defensive Harrowing here. And I'm dead to some stuff. I'm dead to any fearsome unit. Wow. No, I should have cast it. I shouldn't have cast it. Oh no, I should, because hollowed. Because they drag with the 3 power. They attack, they have a least go with 4. And so the Vile Feast doesn't keep us alive. So I need their last card in hand to be like, I don't know, Vile Feast. Or like Unspeakable Horror. No, not Vile Feast, actually. Vile Feast kills us. Anything that makes a unit or is a unit kills us. So it's basically, we're just dead to their whole deck. I don't think we have... What? What do you have? Do I do it again? No, right? Like that can't be good. I just do this instead. Oh my god, that's so funny. That's so funny. What do we draw? What do we draw? Ashe? Harsh Winds. Doesn't really do anything for us, actually.
They grow up so fast.
I mean, it does next turn, right? Like, it stops them from doing anything on the following turn. I probably should have also got in with the Spiderling. Yeah, so this dies. Nothing changes.
They will.
But I have Harsh Winds. Huh. Ice Veil Archer. We can even beat Harrowing now. Because we have Archer, right? We have Archer, Freeze, 2 Fearsome Blockers, Freeze 2 other things, block down. Think that would work? No, actually, they have Skitterer. Harrowing back, Skitterer, I Ice Veil Archer. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know. But your 2 things are going to die. Shout out Harsh Winds. Kindred having vulnerable has been a real pain for us, hasn't it? That art's so cool. Mark of the Isles. I go to 1. So they're trying to top deck Unspeakable Horror, but I have the Vile Feast and they don't know it. So even if they draw it, we still get them. Let's go. GG. GG. I think that actually is one of our worst matchups. Maybe not worst, but it is not good. It's not good. Unless we like curve out on units, which we absolutely did not do. Annie, Gwen, Katarina. Okay, this is actually the Go Hard Tibulk deck that I showed you guys yesterday. So we want card advantage. I'll keep a Quietus because it'll kill Annie. Okay, well, I'm ready to kill multiple Annies. This is actually pretty good because I can like use a Quietus to kill Annie. I can use like a Troll Champ plus a Quietus to kill like Gwen or something. So actually not really mad about it at all. And we're going to have to win with Harrowing. Like that is how this game is going to end. We're going to need to sneak in a Harrowing when our opponent does not have Pack Your Bags up. Now, we're a long way from that, but I'm telling you, that's how we're going to get there. Sentry, we'll trade here, give him the opportunity. Okay. Pass Prio. Our opponent will probably eventually, like, ping this. They don't really want to give us the trade with the 2/2. Like, they will if they have to, but they really don't want to. But it also feels so bad to just like throw a Go Hard at a Avarice and Sentry, right? I can card advantage too. gonna start getting in with everything though. We're gonna play Ashe. Ashe is gonna die to some nonsense, and then we're just gonna start sending everything, and we're gonna just try to stock up on, just make Harrowing as scary as possible. Okay, Rekindler, probably the single best draw in the entire deck. Ashe is gonna die. Rekindler brings back Ashe. They're both going to die. Then when I Harrowing, I get 3 copies of Ashe, right? One that died here, like this one. The one that Rekindler brings back, that one died as well. And then Rekindler, when it enters the battlefield again, will bring back another Ashe. I'll have 3 copies of Ashe on the Harrowing turn. It's fine. I'm also down to just like troll chant to make it annoying. Like if they go hard here, I'll just be like, nah.
If only she could see me.
Okay, I'll do it right now. That way we can do this. And then kill Gwen. Feels pretty good. Force him to spend a couple more cards to kill Ashe. Now, I mean, Catalog of Regrets is a card advantage machine. Yep, just go hard. Resolves. Eventually, our opponent's going to cast Pack Your Bags, and we're kind of like ready for that. Again, we just don't want to let them, like, we want to make sure they're not on Pack Your Bags the turn that we, a while back, the turn that we Harrowing. Or Harrowing, or I don't know how it's pronounced. I'm going to troll chant again. Leveling up Ashe again. They're gonna be so annoyed. They're like, come on, just die, please. I'm gonna keep this quietest though. It's not worth shooting one of these random dinkers. I don't actually care. Yeah, I think open's probably fine, right? Ashe on 3 of 4. Double ping, scorched. Okay, that looks good to me. Guess what I'm gonna do? If you guys play Rekindler, you guessed correctly. I believe our opponent's on the 3rd go hard. So they're not quite there yet. They need to cast 1 more. Ooh! Another one. Okay, now they're on pack. I expect to see it as well. No, that's not pack.
Nothing escapes my watch.
Sure. I bet we can bait our opponent into casting Pack Your Bags. Okay, pass priority here. Come on, cast it, 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 cast it. I know you want to. I know you want to. Oh, I know you want to cast it with like your whole soul. Oh, Kindred's kind of nice.
No.
I know everything in you is screaming to cast it. Yeah. Katarina's got to go. That is unacceptable.
I'm not done.
Come from the dark.
Would you like to cast this Fleeting Blade's Edge? Figured you would. Okay, go into the face. They are actively trying to keep us off the Harrowing, which is smart.
Never won.
However, I'm going to just start jamming and force them to do stuff. Okay, they get a free Blade's Edge. This feels bad. This feels bad. Oh no, Blade's Edge was fleeting. Okay, okay. We should kill them. Now you get to see the power of zombie Ashe.
Light the signal fires.
Boop. Oh yeah. I was like, where's my other units? Game, please. Should be 3 Ashe, Rekindler, Bjerg, which draws us an Ashe, and Kindred. That looks pretty good. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think that looks pretty good. Would you like to block? Damn, that sucks. They do get to block with 1 unit, and you take 23. I mean, they probably have other stuff to do. No, they don't. All right, they're dead. Ooh, and that feels good. That felt really nice. That is what the deck's supposed to do.
Now begins a new era of peace.
P-Tash on Aphelios Seraphine. This is likely the back alley bar deck that runs Pursuit of Perfection. Super cool card. Hello. I think I'm just going to keep Ashe, mulligan the rest, look for anything early. That counts. We take those. I haven't been able to do real Rhyme-Fang Wolf shenanigans yet. I would really like to do that. We're attacking on odds, so I don't get to have the, like, Rhyme-Fang Ashe open, like, Rhyme-Fang Ashe attack. I do get to have the Rhyme-Fang Ashe open attack on 5 if I want it, though, but it's unlikely that, that they make it through without dying. Oh, Kindred. Pretty happy to see that. It's kind of crazy that Ashe hasn't gotten a skin. It's crazy that, honestly, I think the most surprising champion not getting a skin is Twisted Fate. He's been, like,
Nothing escapes my watch.
such a big part of the game for so long. Yeah, I will play Rhyme-Fang Wolf. This is a clear indication our opponent's on the Pursuit deck. Now our opponent, like, is scared. You don't want to just, like, run Aphelios out here, because if I have Brittle Steel, I get to kill him for free. So if our opponent doesn't develop, I'll likely just use our attack token to hold them hostage. By that I mean I will not attack, right? The attack could get me like 2 damage here, but it stops my opponent's entire turn. So now I can just pass. You waste a little bit of mana, a little bit of tempo, right? Stuff like that adds up, though. I feel like people don't quite understand how much of a resource the attack token is. Like, it could either be a free pass to see what your opponent's going to do first by just taking a little open attack, or you could do something like this where it, like, really bottlenecks your opponent. Spacey Sketcher is likely looking for...
Spilled paint is just
Honestly, if I was my opponent, I would be looking for something like Charger. I mean, I don't know what the hand looks like. Trickster even could be good, but I'm hoping our opponent goes a little bit lower, and then I could play Ashe. We don't really want to see, like, Aphelios here, because Aphelios can Calibrum our Wolf. But if our opponent Aphelios is, I'll play Ashe, and then we can, like, open and then Quietus him. Or maybe even play Kindred first. Or no, open, get the freeze, then play Kindred, then Quietus. That's the line, I think. Currently no super good attacks, right? You don't ever want to run the 2/2 into my Sentry.
Embrace the night, Aphelios.
Okay.
I will unite the
Thermo Beam
realm.
check. Or Sump Fumes, I guess. Or Get Excited. But this is a Calibrum, like 100% of the time. And cool, we get to do our line, like we said. Opponent's still with no good attacks. Technically, you could send in Spacey Sketcher. Like, only attacking with Spacey Sketcher is probably the best attack P-Tash has. And it's like a horrible attack, right? It just doesn't do anything, so why bother?
As the arrow
I expect Ashe to die here. She's gonna eat a block and then like a Mystic Shot or something. No? Yeah. But that's fine. That's why we call it Zombie Ashe. Because she always comes back. And then, yeah, I think no reason to deviate from our plan. We did a last turn of Kindred into Quietus.
Only a fool would enter battle
Our opponent does get another gun. because I'm passing priority so much, but I think that's worth it, right? We can start killing stuff for free. I love killing stuff, and I love killing stuff for free even more. Archer's a pretty good pickup. Now, like at this point in the game, we're looking to just trade off resources and find the Harrowing, right? Like I would love to find a Bjerg, Rekindler, anything like that. Interesting. That's kind of weird. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? What am I missing here? Like you want to get a weapon, but there's got to be better ways to do anything, right? I don't know. I don't get that one. I'm sure P-Tash has a reason. They're a good player. Maybe just like low on units and looking to get something else on the board on the following turn. Shatter's cool. Shatter in combination with Ice Veil Archer is like nuts, right? We just have like a pretty good combo here. I am going to play Sentry and then not do anything.
I'll spot him.
Still leaving up all my interaction besides Vengeance, but I don't need to leave up Vengeance right now. Like if they play Phelios or something or Seraphine, I can do the Ice Veil Archer Shatter trick. You get what I'm saying. Okay, perhaps just wanted rummage targets. That could make sense. I can get on board with that. Rummage is pretty good. Free rummage is even better. What am I worried about? I'm worried about our opponent stretching the game out long enough that they play Catastrophe. No, I'm not worried about that. I have freezes and Vengeance. That's a good thing to remember though, is just to not cast Vengeance ever.
It is temporary.
I'm worried
Store.
about back alley bar into getting outvalued. I think that is like how we lose. What are we at here? 104. Let's start with a freeze. Knocked and ready. Wouldn't be surprised to see Gravitum go on Ashe. Like, open attack may have been the move. But I'd like to see our opponent spend some resources here. Our hand's lacking a bit of meat. They also don't want to, like, let Kindred put a mark on anything. Okay, double stun. That's fine. If I attack here, then Kindred can't mark anything this turn, but I think that's okay. Like, if they block, right? Decide not to. Now, you're stuck not playing another unit, though. So I get to do this. Then Kindred marks here. And the whole shebang. But like I said, I am scared of bar just because it allows our opponent to not only like replenish resources, but everything's so cheap, so it's gonna be really tough to bottleneck our opponent on mana and win like a tempo fight. Obviously we're very ahead on tempo right now, but I think we're gonna struggle to keep it that way. Troll Chant's kind of nice because it can possibly work towards Ashe level up. But more importantly, obviously, it can help keep her alive. Right, the removal spells we expect to see are like Mystic Shot, Seraphine's fake Mystic Shot. Some fumes and stuff obviously would kill her, but they don't run more than like one of that.
Doesn't have to rhyme.
Okay, let's head this off. Go like this. Start leveling this up, right? And then we'll go after Seraphine. I probably could have waited. Oh. This is a pretty good hit there. This is a pretty good Seraphine hit. I'm not going to cash in Vengeance. It's not worth it. Not yet. Perhaps as the turn gets a little farther, but I'd also like to keep up Spirit's Journey because... Oh, because it frostbites it. Oh, she levels. Okay, yeah, because it was like, it's like deal 4 or frostbite. Ah, okay. So Ashe levels, we get the arrow. That's good. That's good. Seraphine's at 5, 5, 6. We have to assume she can level. So best case scenario, our opponent plays a unit here, right? And then I can Vengeance Seraphine and get full value. Actual best case scenario is our opponent casts an expensive removal spell on our Ashe, and then I get to Spirit's Journey her, return her to the board, and kill Seraphine with Kindred. That's the actual best one. Let's say like Sunburst, right? They Sunburst our Ashe. Unlikely. But if we're talking best case scenarios, that's probably it. We get like a huge, huge, huge blowout. Okay, if they don't play a unit, so in response to this Gravitum, I'm going to Vile Feast my own sentry. Because it's gonna put a mark, on Seraphine. They might have to spend their own removal at my sentry, and that's just so funny to me. Okay, Spell Thief into Vile Feast basically will flip Seraphine. Assuming that's what they're taking. Yeah, so they Vile Feast back. I draw a card, right? Crystal Arrow. Then we kill Seraphine. We're not in danger of getting catastrophed yet. Seraphine should die. And the spider should die with it. Kindred gets pumped a little bit. Now we're not with the Ice Veil Archer Gravitumed. We won't be threatening lethal.
Light, stage, amp. All right, let's jam.
Yeah. Okay, bad things could happen here. Specifically, High Note, Time Trick, Mystic Shot, Time Trick. Okay, we are going to have to start looking into the longer game because I do not think we are about to win. We have 2 copies of Harrowing in the deck.
Tell me a story, Lamb.
Once there was a
Obviously, we don't have one yet.
crashed down to earth.
Did it crush anyone?
It tried to, dear wolf, but it met its match.
What happened to it?
The star was returned, and from it, a man was reborn.
Thank you, Lamb, for the story. That was very nice. So what are our best draws? Yep, that's the High Note I was worried about.
Nailed that one.
Our best draws are obviously Harrowing, right? But Rekindler. Yeah, it's probably Rekindler. Harrowing, then Rekindler. Sure. Not giving up Ashe for free. You're going to kill her eventually anyway.
The crowd
Oh, that sucks. That's pretty bad. Okay, here's Kindred.
Embrace life.
Expect death. That was a horrible wolf impression.
They forced us to
And
choose
here we go.
death or the blade.
Our opponent could double cast Dusk Petal Dust if they want. $26 cards left, 2 Harrowings. We're 1 in 13 to find one. We're also like, it's still going to be tough even after we find one to like kill our opponent, Like a Seraphine deck with Seraphine, like leveled Seraphine and Bar on board and cards in hand is really tough to put away. I'm sure I don't need to tell any of you that. Brittle Steel was not the draw.
Tear them apart.
I'm jamming. Mm-hmm. It's the other card. I have a feeling we're going to be making use of this Troll Chant. Yes, we are not going to be making use of this Troll Chant. Kindred is dead. I suppose I'll Brittle Steel then. I mean, I don't really care. Guess I won't do anything. Now we absolutely need Harrowing.
Strength and grace, beauty.
Okay, glad I still have Brittle Steel, right? Vengeance. Okay, that's going right here. Seraphine gotta go. The worst thing our opponent could have here would be like Millie, right? Like just fan club president would be miserable. Okay, that's pretty bad too. Yep. Well, they're not running out of cards anytime soon. Ooh. Okay, they are getting real close to catastrophe. Do I probably still just Vengeance Seraphine, like... I don't think we can... If I leave Seraphine alive, we're never winning. So if they got to catastrophe and they have it, then like we're gonna die, and I think that's fine. Like I'm not stoked about dying, obviously, but you can only do so much.
I help when I can.
Shut up when I can. I wonder if I even Brittle Steel. Like I wonder if I keep. Oh, okay, that's the third one. That sucks. I think I let them die. I think I let both my units die. Because our only like out here is the Harrowing, right?
You dog.
We're gonna find it. Come on, let's go. 1 in 12. Oh, that's not it. Pass priority. We'll try again. We'll try to stay alive for one more turn. Yikes. All right, let's Vile Feast. Have a blocker. Opponent's got 6 million cards in hand. Okay, if you can draw all 3 Seraphines, I'm allowed to draw one of my 2 Harrowings. That's just fair. Still basically 1 in 12 twice. So we're 1 in 6 to find Harrowing. Those are not the greatest odds. That's if we survive one more turn, which is not the most likely. Oh yeah, it's looking a little bit less likely. Brittle Steel and Troll Chant can maybe save us a little bit of life. Pretty good. Opponent does not have Catastrophe. Or they can't cast it if they do because they're full up on board. Troll Chant was not the draw I was hoping for. I will admit to you. We're gonna go here, and then we're gonna go here. And we're gonna go here. And we're gonna take the rest, because if I draw the Harrowing, we're gonna have like 2 copies of Ashe, and Troll Chant lets us like freeze another unit. Ooh, that's a pretty good card. Uh-oh. Got him. Now the spider stays alive, though. That actually sucks. Maybe that was just, like, not worth it. Takes up a valuable Harrowing slot on our board. All right. 1 in 11 times we hit this. 1 in 11. 1 in 11 is basically every time. 9% of the time, we hit this every time. Yep. No, your guys are, they're very scary. I get it. That's not it. All right, I think we can back it up. That's good enough for me. I have seen enough. GG. All right, I'll be honest. Pleasantly surprised with that one. The deck performed a little bit better than I expected, except for that last game where we couldn't find the Harrowing, but that's okay. Sometimes that happens. The deck's pretty fun. I know a lot of you really like Ashe, so if you're looking for a new Ashe deck to play, I think this one is really good, and you should give it a shot. I didn't take much time to build the list, so some tweaking might be necessary to make it a little bit better towards the meta, but let me know in the comments what you guys have been playing, what you want me to cover in the next week. I will be focusing more on the competitive side of the game because Worlds is coming up in only a few days. It's like 1 week away, so you might get a little bit more competitively styled videos. Anyway, that's all I got for today. Thank you guys so much for coming. I'll see you next time.